Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I know I say good morning because that is when I'm recording. However, for you, it may be afternoon or evening, so whatever the case may be. Oh, it is Labor Day here in the United States, and I'm off from work, but I have so much to do for, around the house and for Your Natural Healer business. So it's not really like a day off, but I hope if you have the day off that you are, in fact, enjoying it. Before I begin, a couple things I want to go over, some announcements, real quick housekeeping. I want to first say thank you to everybody who is currently subscribed to the channel. We finally hit the 500 mark. Thank you so much, 1,000 times. I really, truly appreciate the support. The next milestone is 1,000, but we broke that first one, and I could go on for 10 minutes saying thank you. But again, really, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for you guys. If you're new to the channel, if you would consider subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it in advance. Thank you. You can turn off the notifications. I get that you don't want your cell phone blowing up. I'm the same way. Excuse me. Another thing really quickly I wanted to address, I had several comments from people, I would say maybe about 5 comments this weekend about my zodiac readings being that I talked too much in the beginning. When I get on here, I don't know what I'm going to say. And for those of you who watch regularly, you guys are part of the Your Natural Healer family. And I'm not going to change talking, especially, in the beginning. And these videos, the weekly videos, are time-stamped, but I will start time-stamping the Zodiac recordings for those people who just want to watch a reading and go. I like my introductions because I don't know who's new to the channel. I don't know who's new to tarot, watching a tarot video. So I like to give a little bit of insight. And I also like to tell you maybe something that's going on with Your Natural Healer, because it's more than just me being a tarot reader and getting online and throwing out some videos. I sell crystals, I do Reiki, numerology, astrology, the whole gamut. And my goal is here to help you in the best way that I can if you need my help. So I'm not going to stop being me just because somebody thinks I talk too much, but I will put timestamps on those videos. Okay? So always good constructive criticism, but like I said, I'm not going to change who I am. I enjoy talking to you guys. And if you don't want to hear me, you know what? You don't have to watch, or like I said, there's timestamps. So really quickly, with today being Labor Day, I wanted to let you know there is a special that is going on yournaturalhealer.com. All crystals and sage are 20% off using coupon code at checkout. I can't think. See, I've only had 1 cup of coffee. I slept in today. I didn't go to bed till really late last night. That's why the video is dropping late. The key code or coupon code is LABOR23. So that is good on today, Labor Day, September 4th, good until midnight. Also, really quickly, I have added to my website a sales and special tab. So you can go on and see what's going on, because there's lots of things now that I wasn't previously doing. Crystals of the week. There's the crystal activation live event that's coming up the end of the month. Next week, I'm doing a live Facebook sale on crystals. So I don't want to sit here and spew for 30 minutes about, what's going on. So I am going to always let you know, though, please check out yournaturalhealer.com to see what is happening this week, the monthly special as well. And all of that will be in the description below. Well, most of it, because you can only put 5,000 characters, but that will be in the description below. But again, please go to yournaturalhealer.com and check it out. It is really growing rapidly. Okay? Now, before we get started, I always have to draw a crystal that I was drawn to. And this is called Tri Color Calcite. And Tri Color Calcite It's red calcite, as you can see, which is the primary color. And then we have some white and clear calcite in it. The main attribute with this crystal, it is a really nice mood enhancer. This is something that it's not like cornelian. I call cornelian espresso in a crystal. It's not that type of energy that go, 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 but it is uplifting. It will give you a little bit of more energy. Red calcite is really great in like, you can put it in if you have a home gym or something like that to give you a little boost of energy. But it's great like if you're having a party or a family get together to place this in the room, because it will help elevate the spirits of everybody. So there's, not drama, or, if it's like a big family gathering dinner and sometimes, some family arguments can ensue, this will help alleviate that a little bit. So I was drawn to this morning for everybody. All right, so the cards were already cleaned with sage. You guys know I already do that. Whoops, sorry, hit my tinctures already. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the cards again. And this reading, guys, this is good for this week, September 4th through Sunday, September the 10th. And this is your universal guidance for the week, kind of to let you know, hey, what to look out for, what to be aware of. And I know we just had the zodiac readings on Saturday. That's why I didn't release them on Friday this time, because normally I release them on the 1st. But with the Oracle message being on Friday, I didn't want you to have like 2 videos on the same day to watch. That's a lot to take in. So that is why it was a day late. All right, so really quickly about the reading. I'm going to draw 3 cards. I'll lay them out in a row, and it'll either be left, middle, or right that you will choose. And you'll use your intuition to do so. And if you're somebody that's working on your intuition or your third eye, this is a great exercise to practice, to just don't think about the card. Whatever you're drawn to, that's your card this week, okay? 2 things. Well, it's kind of one, but it's with 2 different things. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, don't freak out. Don't say this is fake, blah, 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 blah. Please remember that this is a general reading, so it pertains to everybody, all right? And what's the words I'm looking for this morning? Sorry. I was out in the sun all weekend at the Weatherford First Monday Trade Days selling crystals and stuff, and so my brain's a little fried from the heat. The hottest, it was 103 yesterday. If it doesn't resonate with you, come back later in the week and check it out. Or you can always go to my website, yournaturalhealer.com, for a personal reading. Additionally, if it does resonate with you, I want you to take your right hand, take a deep breath in, place it on your heart, and say, yes, I claim this for myself, okay? All right. Now, this is going to be time-stamped, and after your reading is done, please don't just X out. Go to the timestamp called Reiki Hug. The Reiki Hug is a 2-minute distance Reiki session that is for whatever you need at the moment in time that you are watching this, okay? That being said, we are going to get this party started. I'm using my Crow Tarot deck here today, so we have this little guy watching over us this morning. All right, so what card are you drawn to? Either the left, the middle, or the right. Use your intuition. Don't overthink it. And let's begin. So if you chose today the left card, your card this morning is the 4 of Cups in reversed. All right, so let me tell you first about the energy of the 4 of Cups card. This does deal with our throat chakras, and if you're not familiar with the throat chakra, that is our center of expression, communication, speaking our authentic truth, being our authentic self. And Cups deals with water energy, the element of water. The 4 of Cups draws on the moon's energy as well as the zodiac sign Cancer. Okay, so it pulls in the energy from that zodiac sign. So this is actually a decent card to get. this is kind of saying that, your space maybe last week or the last couple weeks, you might have been feeling kind of in a rut or, kind of stagnant in things, whether it's career or love or whatever. But you're finally seeing that's not serving you well, okay? And you're really realizing that it's time to let go of regret, time to let go of wishful thinking and remorse, okay? Sometimes we get filled with pride, and a lot of times those things come with pride. Thinking of, remorse. I think of a little kid sitting with their arms folded when they don't get their way. And that's normally what the Four of Cups kind of resents when it's upright. But you've now seen that is not the way. Whatever your actions or your thoughts or your feelings have been, you realize that's not serving your highest good as well as the highest good of anybody else. And some of you, it might have been wishful thinking, that woulda, coulda, shoulda. And when we do that woulda, coulda, shoulda, we get focused in the past. And you'll always hear me talk about, it's okay to take a trip down memory lane, but a trip is short. So I'm not saying, pack up your camper and find a space and park there for a while. You don't want to do that because we need to move forward in life. And in order to move forward in life, we don't forget the past, we learn from the past. And the future is always subject to change. We make thousands of decisions every day, okay? So this card is really saying that you're no longer self-absorbed. It's not about you. It's not your way or the highway. There's no more self-pity, the woe is me, like I said, the woulda, coulda, shoulda. You finally are moving into a space that you're like, no more. This is not me. This is not serving me in my best interest. This is not allowing me to move forward in my life, to live my best life. And that's the key. That's why I always say live your best life, because we're not perfect. We're human. We will never be perfect. The key is optimal in our fitness, physical fitness, optimal in our mental fitness, optimal in our emotional fitness, optimal in our spiritual fitness. Okay? So, now that you're finally realizing this, I would really take advantage of maybe focusing on your throat chakra a little bit this week. I think it might have been blocked, or it might have been starting to slow down due to this, self-absorption or self-pity or, the woulda, coulda, shoulda attitude. And as I said, this week, you're going to start seeing yourself moving out of that. And, you're going to start moving forward again. So make sure you're giving that throat chakra a little TLC. Work with some blue crystals if you're into crystals. Things like lapis lazuli. You can use blue sapphire is another wonderful crystal. Celestite. So all of those things will help to activate and balance and strengthen that throat chakra. And also, I do believe that if you want a guided meditation, I have a throat chakra guided meditation on this channel. So just go to the playlist, go to guided meditations, and that is there. But I think if you really focus on your throat chakra, and I always will advocate meditate on the throat chakra. Continue to be your authentic self. Continue to move forward. Continue to do things from the heart space for your highest good. And then you're I don't want to say perfect, you're going to be optimal. All right, so you have a fantastic week. And don't forget, Friday, we will talk about the email from your guardian angel. And don't forget to go to the Reiki Hug to get that distance healing. That will definitely help that throat chakra. All right? Namaste. For those of you that chose the middle card this week, let's see what the universe wants to convey to you. and that is the 10 of Swords. Always such a dire looking card because, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the lady's laying on the ground on her stomach and she's got all the swords in her back. And now we have this poor little crow who's being stabbed. Horrible visual, but it's a good card to get to really shed some light into our self. But first, let me talk about this card. It is a root chakra card. Our root chakra is our first chakra. It's located at the base of the spine. And that chakra is all about our sense of security, sense of stability. That includes, stability and security about your health. It could be security about relationships, basic needs, your finances, your home, your job. So, the root chakra really covers a lot. And that's why when it presents physically, it's always in that lower back, the sciatica, maybe the knees hurt or your ankles. And if you think about that, because our legs are our motivators and our legs move us forward. So when that root chakra really gets blocked or starts to slow down and presents physically, it's always, from the tailbone, lower back down. It is, because it's swords, it draws on the element of air. And it's also the planet. I know the sun's not a planet, but when we say planets in astrology, we're talking about the main planets, sun and moon. So it does draw on the energy of the sun, and as well as the zodiac sign Gemini. It draws on that energy. And like I said, it's not a great card, but it's not a horrible card because it does give us some insight. But I need to ask you guys, what's going on? It feels like that there's no easy way to say it. So me, I'm not going to sugarcoat something that, maybe you're being just a little overly dramatic in your recent past to your current space right now. And, is it like attention getting, maybe playing victim, but there's something going on. And where it's stemming from, because this is a general reading, I can't really connect to that because I'm not connected to your personal energy, but you know what I'm talking about because you're doing it. Okay. And we all have our moments when we do that, when, oh, why did you do that to me? Or, or do you believe what she did to me? And, it's that victim mentality. And with you guys this week, you really need to stop doing that. It's not in your highest good because people see people are seeing it is for what it is. Okay. And that's going to turn people off, and you might find people not, maybe returning your calls or your texts because they just don't want to deal with it. Nobody likes dealing with people with drama. If you see all your friends all of a sudden carrying black tourmaline, maybe you need to say, okay, what's going on here? But the thing with that is why? Why are you doing it? Okay. And that is where the issue lies. A lot of times, especially like, if you remember back to high school, especially for us young ladies, when there was a certain boy you like and you would do things to get their attention. I had this one friend in high school who this guy broke up with her and she wanted his attention, and we were at this school dance and she fake passed down on the floor because he had walked in and he was about to go a different way. And I guess he hadn't seen her and she was trying to get his attention and his sympathy. And it was so dramatic. And she was very much like that. Very, very dramatic. Always, trying to get the attention, playing the victim. So again, because this is a general reading, normally I would draw maybe some supporting cards to clarify what's going on. My advice to you this week is to, when you find yourself doing that, ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is going on here? And with the fact that this is a root chakra card, Is there something that's affecting your sense of stability, your sense of security? And is that the reason why? And try to find a healthier way to deal with it. If it's with another person, talk to them. Okay? If there's some kind of an action you need to take it. But my point is that this is going to definitely, if you continue it, it's going to spiral out of control. And I see it dovetailing into some and spilling over. Actually, think of like a cup being poured with water and it's spilling over. It's going to spill over into your other chakras. Because like I said, you know, if people don't like drama, and if you're causing some drama or you're acting overly dramatic, it's going to push people away. And then that's going to bring down your self-confidence. So there goes your solar plexus. So just be very, very careful. Again, if you find yourself doing this, take a step back from whatever it is. Step back, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in. Make sure you meditate. If there is something that's bothering you, meditate on it. If it's something that you need to communicate with somebody, communicate with them. Because this is not a good form of communication, okay? And it's not good for your optimal self. So just be kind to yourself. I would suggest, I know this is root chakra card, but I would also suggest working on, I'm picking up a lot of heart chakra. Be kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself when you step back and go, why am I doing this, okay? And don't say, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why do I act this way? Don't do that. That's why I said that's where the heart chakra gets, activated into the situation. Just deal with it, stop it, find the root cause and move forward, and you will be A-okay. All right? Don't forget Reiki Hug, and then I will see you Friday for your Oracle message. All right, if you chose the right card this week, you chose the Seven of Cups. I always like this card. I don't know why. I do know why, because I'm a Cancer sign, and Cups always deals with the element of water, and Cancerians are water babies, and Cups is my favorite in the zodiac, in the tarot. So that makes so much sense. So let me talk about this card first. As I said, Cups deals with the element of water. So this card does draw off of the water energy. It is a solar plexus card. It's associated with the planet of Venus. And then finally, Scorpio energy. Okay. Now, what this card is saying to you guys this week, the universe wants you to know that you are going to have lots of maybe choices or opportunities. Don't make any quick decisions this week, okay? So take, for example, my crystal balls over here. So, I've got several small ones and big and different colors. And the same is going to be with you this week. You're going to have an array of choices. So if someone said to me, you have to choose one ball, and I look at them and I go, oh, well, this citrine, that's too small. And then I go, the malachite, that's like the biggest one. So, that's got to be the best one. And not everything is always as it seems. Now, I know that's a hard analogy because I'm not going to ever say that one crystal is better than the other. Now, the only thing I will say out of all the crystals that I'm showing here, quartz is like a master healer. So in that regards, if we were looking at that, I would say, well, quartz is the way to go. So my point is with this is that you're going to have lots of opportunity, lots of choices this week. Don't jump on the first thing. Don't make assumptions, okay? Do your due diligence, because just because something is shiny and pretty and, I like this, look how it glitters, does not mean it's the best for you, okay? Not everything is going to be as it seems. And that's where it does draw on that water energy, okay? The intuition. If something doesn't feel right in your gut, then that's probably not the best choice to make this week. So this week is all about when you have those decisions to make and options to weigh, do your due diligence. Yes, use your logic. Yes, use your emotion. But the one you want to kind of lean on a little more this week is that intuition. It might look right. It might feel right in your heart, but in that gut, how does it feel? And if it doesn't feel right in the gut, that would not be the choice I would make this week. Because there's so many times, I think of, I have a friend who her husband always gets into these get rich quick schemes. Oh, if I do this, then I'll make this amount of money at the end of the year. He had done this one thing where they bought this house and converted it into 4 apartments. Or I think it might have been 4 apartments. Oh, well, we'll rent out each space for this much, and it's 3 times the amount of the mortgage. And they didn't, and it looked good and it sounded good, but they didn't do their due diligence because it was in an area that was very low income housing. So they got a lot of, and I'm not trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Make assumptions about people, but it was very, a lot of shady people. People would crawl out the windows in the middle of the night because the rent was due the next month and just move out like that. So the thing is, it might look good, but it's really bad. So just don't judge a book by its cover. That is what this card is all about. Don't judge a book by its cover. Listen to your intuition and you'll be okay. And there's really nothing more to say about that card. Your choices, you're going to have lots of them, but listen to your gut. Plain and simple. All right? Have a fantastic week. I hope to see you on Friday at the Oracle reading. And don't forget, let's move on to the Reiki Hug, okay? Don't just X out. Get that healing. All right, everybody, I'm going to grab a bowl. So if you just give me 1 second. Oops. There I go, kicking my tripod. All my metal bowls are downstairs because I take them with me on the first Monday trade days and I play them in between customers. So today we are going to go with the Heart Chakra Crystal Bowl. So go ahead and make sure your cell phones are on silent. It's only 2 minutes, guys, and once it's on silent, go ahead, close your eyes. Make sure you're comfortable. And I want you to focus on your breathing, nice and natural, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I want you to focus on the top of your head. And I want you to do a quick scan of the body, releasing any stress and any tension. This is your Reiki Hug. everybody. Go ahead and wiggle those fingers and toes. Open your eyes when you're ready. Coming back to the real world. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for your weekly reading and your Reiki Hug. Please don't forget to go to yournaturalhealer.com. Please, again, subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment, a positive comment. Even if it's just a smiley, it does really help the channel. I appreciate everybody's support, and stay tuned for some really, really good, cool, important messages. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way.